So we don't need a mat. We will just need ourselves, our presence. So today we're gonna work on some hip opening for the hip flexor opening and shoulder opening. So within just 10 minutes, you're gonna do some good for your space. So you just need about this amount of space. So make sure you have enough standing space as well as the shoulder arm space. Okay, that's your bubble. So we'll get into it right away. We just come to lunge position. So the lunge position is you standing wide and then you turn your toes to one direction. Now, first of all, just put your hand on the hips. Stay here for one breath. And you can keep reaching your back heels down to the earth. That will stretch your calf muscles. Now keep your hips level and square. Now bend both knees. Just let your right knee slightly touch the floor without touching it. Okay, so stay here for 5 to just going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then straighten your back knee, and that will stretch your right hip flexor. So stay here. Keep your front knee right above your ankle. The front knee, so left knee, right above your ankle. Now tuck your belly button in. Tuck your tailbone down a little bit. So we tend to curve up, so tuck your tailbone down. That will stretch your right hip flexor even more. Now broaden your shoulders. Stay here. Keep your feet really grounded. We'll stay here for a long time. That will keep your hip flexor stretched. So be very grounded, stable. Now inhale, arms out and up. Now stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale, deeply stretch your fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down. One more inhale, arm up. Now exhale, arm behind your buttocks. You can interlace your fingers. Now stretch your arms straight, so elbows toward each other. Still keep your lunge stable and wide. Now open your shoulders to the back, so your shoulder blades are going toward each other, and the front of your shoulders are opening. Very nice. Now keep your crown towards the sky, lengthen the back of your neck. Slightly tuck your chin in toward your chest without dipping your head. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands on your shoulder, on your hips. Now straighten your front knee and turn around to the center and then turn to the other way. Now turn your toes to your right side. Keep your legs straight first. Take one inhale. On the exhale, bend both your knees. Now your left knee is almost touching the ground. Now we do 5 of the dipping together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly straighten your back knee. Keep your lunge very stable. Nice. Now hinge your hips forward a little more. That will open your left hip flexor. Inhale here. Exhale. Now inhale, arms wide open, fingers to the sky. Very nice. Stay here, one breath. Inhale, reaching your fingertips to the sky. Exhale. Remind yourself to tuck your belly button in and tuck your tailbone under and down. Great. Inhale here. Exhale, arms behind your buttocks. Interlace your fingers in the opposite way, the unfamiliar way. Now open your shoulders wide, in the front. And just keep reaching your shoulder blades behind you together. So this is a front shoulder stretch as well as a chest opener. And point your fists downward toward the earth. Keep your thighs engaged. Lift your left kneecap. That will even engage your thighs and open the left hip flexor. Very nice. Inhale, hands up, reaching the sky. Stay here for 3 more breaths. And then wrap your shoulders, keep space behind your shoulder blades. So in between your shoulder blades, there are spaces. Maybe you can look up if you're very stable. Inhale once more. Exhale, hands down. And turn your, straighten your right knee. And then turn your toes to the center. Come back. Now we go the other way again. So turn your toes to the left. Now come to high lunge. Bend your left knee. Keep your right knee straight. Very good. Now this time, arms wide open to the sky. Exhale, arms to cactus pose. So it's like you look like a cactus. Very good. Now stay here. Keep your lunge stable. Now put your hands behind your head. So your hands are just behind your head. Okay. Now stay here. Push your head toward your hands and hand toward your head. That will really open up your shoulder. So keep pushing your head toward hand, hand toward your head. And that also will strengthen your neck. And keep your lunge very stable. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hand behind your back, behind your buttocks. This time, put your left hand toward the right thigh, so you can hook your, if you can, hook your left hand outside of your right thigh, and then lift your right arm up, right fingertips toward the ceiling. And stay here. If you feel very stable, tilt your body to the right for a side stretch. Take one more inhale, feeling very strong. Exhale, come back to center. Release your both arms, arms on the hips. Now straight your left knee, left leg, turn back to center, and turn around to the other side. So we do a lot of hip stretch today, as well as shoulder stretch. Now bend your right knee, so your right knee is above your right ankle. Stabilize your high lunge. Very good. Inhale, arms wide and fingertips to the ceiling. Keep your hips square. Now exhale, cactus arms. Stay here for 2 breaths. Keep lifting your back knees. Very good. Open your shoulders. Very nice. Keep your elbows just parallel, your upper arm parallel to the floor. Great. Inhale, arms stretch wide open, top to the ceiling. And then exhale, arms behind your buttocks. Now hook your right hand by the left, outside of your left thigh. Very nice. Or left waist, wherever you want to hook. So open the right shoulder first. And now lift your left arm, fingertips to the sky. Stretch your left arm really straight and toward the ceiling. And keep your lunge stable. Very good. Inhale, exhale. If you feel very stable, now tilt your torso to your right. So stretch the left side of your torso. 3 breaths. Very nice. One more breath. Next inhale, come back to center and release both arms onto the hips. Straighten your right knee. Come back to center. Now one more stretch. So we have a lot of hip stretch. So let's do a bit of counter pose. Just hinge your hips from your hips, fold forward just halfway. So it's not a complete forward fold, but it's a halfway up. So stay here. Let's take the hip flexor for some counter posture. Very good. And if you feel, probably your hamstring also get a bit of sensation there. Now inhale, come back up. Very good. Now turn your both toes to the left again, to high lunge. So if you feel this high lunge is too much for you, you can always do low lunge. So the low lunge, basically, you have the right knee on the floor, but make sure you pad your knee. So we don't want to sacrifice one part of your body because of exercising on the other part of body. Okay, so this will be a shoulder stretch for the back because we did the front before. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, do the right arm under left for the eagle arms. So eagle arms, right arm under left. Okay, inhale, lift your elbows towards sky. Just the elbows without lifting your head or curve your spine. Just stay here. Just open the back side of your shoulders, your wings. Now inhale here, exhale, bend forward, fold forward, and now you can put your elbows onto your left thigh. Maybe you can even split the elbows so your hands are on either side of your left thigh, and that creates an opening for your back shoulder blades. If releasing your arm down is too much, you can give yourself the hug. So your hand is holding the opposite of your shoulder, back of the shoulder blades. Breathe. This also strengthens your thigh muscle on the left, as well as on the right, if you engage your right thigh by lifting your right kneecap. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release your hand and turn your toes to the center. Now turn your toes to the right. Come back to high lunge by bending your right knee. Very good. And then inhale, arms up. On exhale, swing your left arm under right for eagle pose. So keep your spine straight. That means you also need to tuck your tailbone down and under. Now crown toward the ceiling. Lift your elbows toward the ceiling. Lift it high, high, high. And then you have sensation in the back of your shoulders. Stay here for one more breath. Lift your elbows, and then on exhale, fold forward until your elbows are on your thighs. You can separate your arms, let it be either side of your thighs, or you can hug yourself, just resting your upper arm on the thigh, on the right thigh, and rest your head and neck. Deep inhale, feeling the space behind your shoulders. Exhale, relax into it. Deep inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, slowly come up. Keep your stand very strong. And then exhale, release your arms to your hips. Turn your toes back to center. Now wiggle your feet back to hip width distance. And then slowly fold forward with spine straight. Just halfway. Keep your hands on the hips and elbows toward each other. So keep your elbows toward each other. That will facilitate your chest opening. Now keep reaching your chest toward the earth. Slightly bend your knees. Very good. And now drop your hands toward the floor. And then just relax your head and neck. Now this is a relaxed version of forward fold. Now slowly bend your knees, arms wide open, and hands up to the sky. Reach the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, hands in front of heart. Namaste Mudra. All right, so this is today's session to open your hip flexor and the shoulders.